Content Catchup.
Friends and enemies, happy bloody Wednesday. It's your boys, Barks and Jules, and we're back for another episode of the Content Catchup. Yes, Michael, what do you like?
No, I just like that you said Wednesday because you'll be here listening to this Wednesday. So, yeah, look,
It's time to live in the future. Let's stop living in the past.
It's actually a Sunday night. You've had a nice family lunch and we've had a busy weekend each. But it's great to see your face. Your hair's out of control. But how's your Sunday? How's your weekend?
Yeah, it's going really well. I want to go an early, boss, if that's
Jesus,
okay with you.
Straight off the bat, yeah.
Straight off the bat. But happy birthday to my grandfather.
Yeah, well done.
Who's rocking the two fat ladies 88.
Wow.
So we went over to, as you mentioned, his house for a bit of family lunch, which was really nice, and got to have a couple of whiskeys with the old man, which was pretty special. So now sobering up with a coffee, but this podcast could be wild. Side note.
You'll be right.
Side note, I think we should do a drunken history style podcast one day. You and me just have a couple of beers and sink into some, just lay into clubs.
Okay.
What do you reckon?
It might have to be cut. We might not be able to use it, but
yeah, it'll be fun though. How about you? How's your weekend been? Enough about me.
No, we can talk plenty more about you if you want, Jules. But no, the game changers, Carlton AFLW squad picked up a very nice win yesterday. So last night, so I was there at Icon Park just doing my business. Good result and good fun, Jules. But apart from that, just the typical weekend life admin for myself.
Always fun when you're winning. Content's always a lot easier, isn't it?
Second win. It is, yeah, a lot more content. It is funny though that how different a loss and a win is in terms of what you pump out. It's very quick. If you do have a bad result, you can just sort of pack up and go home. And then win is it's great because you've got so much to put out, but it is sort of humorous.
Yes. I always I've been looking back at the last couple of weeks. Sorry, it's probably getting a bit sidetracked and we can cut this if not relevant, but building on that loss v win type thing, I've looked back at the last couple of weeks of content after a W game of what we've done, and it's been very quiet. And now I sat at home and watched the game yesterday, and immediately after I was like, right, this week's going to be busy. We're going to have to push out whatever we can, as much as we can, to really hype up the last couple of weeks, and also pay credit to the team for working pretty hard because losing's not easy. So
yeah, it's so right, and that you can sort of have a bit more fun when you're allowed to as well when you're winning. So
yeah,
you got to win. We want to win.
Got to win. That's all you got to do. What else has been happening? Anything?
Nothing of note really. Pretty busy week. Pretty buggered Friday night. I was telling you. I think you put it nicely where I spent too much time in the sun outdoors for work and whatnot, and this pale skinned guy is just not. Just doesn't work for me. It's just not right. I think I crashed at 9 p.m. Friday night and it was spectacular. But yeah, big week, but it was good. I'm not complaining.
Jeez, I hope you didn't have any plans with Elise.
Oh, we went out to dinner actually, and yeah, I just fell asleep mid Palmer.
Head straight into it.
Yeah, that was a note that I was a bit tired, but yes, no, just a dinner out. But no, nothing of note apart from that. Anything else you got until you fucking hell, that was not good English. Have you got anything else?
That wasn't English.
Have you got anything else before we jump into a bit of content?
No, not a hell of a lot. I reckon we've got a lot of content coming your way this ep. So I reckon we jump straight into it, and you're going to kick us off with some stuff, Barks.
Yes, I am. So this week, during the week, I actually found. Have you heard of Gondola, a website / brand Gondola?
No, I have not.
Okay. Well, how often, I'll introduce it this way. How often on this show have we seen a piece of content and thought, wow, I wish we knew who made that, the individual that made that? Well, if this gets off the ground like I think it will, especially in America,
here we go.
We'll no longer need to ask that question. Okay, so this Gondola website, I'm not sure if it's an app, but basically from myself discovering during the week, I think the aim of it is to track down any social media content that an individual has created and put it all on one page across all platforms.
An individual, as in, sorry to interrupt, like individual content creator, or are we talking about like individual organization?
Individual content creator.
Okay.
So putting the identity of the people that make the content, like behind all the big name accounts or sporting clubs across every platform, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever. And it's sort of like a form of a reel, like, or a portfolio. Think of it that way. So
Very interesting.
So I'll give you an example of how this thing works. And again, it's not always going to work unless people have gone onto the website and assigned themselves to a piece of content or assigned others that piece of content. So it's on the individuals to go on there and create an account and basically say, hey, I made this bit of work. So to give you an idea of this, I thought I'd track down one of the best video editing pieces of work I've ever seen in sport. Okay.
Oh, don't do your Blake Griffin one, please.
No, so
please don't tell me.
Have you seen this Sam Walsh edit? Sam Walsh edit from Carlton 2021, John Nichols. So if you scroll upon this when the Carlton Footy Club put it out, and you wanted to know, okay, who made this? Because bloody hell, they're good. Let's put it in Gondola. We'll paste the link here. Pops up here. Who's that? Michael Barker.
Wait, no, I want to talk about this. Have you gone in and assigned yourself to this?
Yes, I have.
Okay,
but that's the point.
All right.
So
now what happens? I've now opened Gondola because now I want to see how much you've assigned.
Well, I've started doing it, and this is the point.
Let's have a look.
This is the point. So you can go to my page and see everything that I've done. And I think it's aimed more towards, I've got one of myself here, but I think it's aimed more towards the brands that aren't your account. So if you made this really cool TikTok for Tom Brady, let's say, really smart, goes off with the engagement, but people want to know who actually did it. That's what Gondola's for.
Wonderful.
It's pretty cool.
Now, this is interesting. I like this. I really do like this. This is a good find by you. Have you stumbled across this?
I think someone that I followed on Twitter was they posted about it. Someone in the States. It seems like I actually did a search for people that use this in Melbourne, Australia. 0 people. So it feels like it's a new thing. I think we've got onto it early in terms of Australia, but like we can click on one of the top trending people just to give you an example. Like, what has this Billy guy done? He's a creative director, worked in the NFL. He's got a whole lot of TikToks from NFL, Sports Center, Instagram, Bleacher Report. So you can see the person who's made all these really cool pieces of content. And I think it's a great initiative. I thought it was pretty cool.
No, I think it's a really good... It's like the old-fashioned yellow pages, but for content creators.
Yeah. And a chance to put yourself out there.
Now, is it limited to like pure social media, or say if you're writing articles and feature pieces, can you do that? If you submit a particular tweet that you do like with really good copy, can you do that?
I think to my knowledge, it's not articles. It's more, well, YouTube's included. It's whatever platforms they support.
Okay.
So if we scroll their main page, Will Smith TikTok. I wonder if there's a person behind a Will Smith TikTok.
Probably just Will Smith. Oh, here we go.
No, there's someone. So Chris Ashley, graphics artist for company.
And Westbrook, there you go.
For Westbrook.
Is that Russ's?
I don't think so. I've never heard of it, but it could be.
I thought he did have some sort of production company, or am I thinking of someone else?
Maybe. I'm not sure, but there you go. You can see this Chris Ashley bloke made it for Will Smith, and it's got 2.2 million buddy likes.
All right, let's do a little bit more of an experiment. Let's see if there's any Aussies that we might know. Let's give our friend Paddy Quay a look. I reckon he might be on this and see. Let's see.
I don't know if... Oh, shit.
Pad Quay is not a Thai dish.
Is it just Pad?
Patrick?
No, I don't think there's anybody.
Okay.
I don't think there's any... So I searched find creators. We can do this offline, but...
Do Melbourne?
Yeah, if you do like Melbourne, Victoria, no one comes up. It's just me. I'm
just
starting.
You're the only.
I'm starting this wave.
Jeez.
Join me.
I'm gonna have to sign in here and start tagging some of my work. The two things that I've done.
Do it. Anyway, that's the first bit. I think if you're listening to this or watching it, give it a search, give it a Google, see what it's all about. Because I think it looks like Australia's behind because there's only me from Melbourne. All right, next bit of thing. We'll move on. I just wanted to quickly shout out the after effects of AFLW account. I don't know if you've seen any of this during the week, but have a look at some of these. So they've gone hard on some animations from in-game footage, and listeners, you can obviously you can't appreciate this without visual, but big tackle from a Geelong versus West Coast game, and they've gone to a bit of After Effects where they have all these sort of electro bolts coming out of the tackle, and then they make this big hole in the ground, and it's very well done. Like, that looks really good.
From a question from a technical standpoint, is that stuff time consuming? Is it just more imagination around like what you can do?
From my experience, and I don't have a high level of skill with this type of stuff, very time consuming, very tedious, very impressive, I will say. And then this second one actually used one of our players, Georgia G. Gets sort of they're actually highlighting the smother. But
oh no!
A defender basically appears out of nowhere through some sort of shockwave, and it's just really well done, because the thing I'm looking for here, just a bit of insight onto the video type of thing, is if you can see like the outline around Georgia G, and you can, but it's pretty slick. Yeah. Like that masking it is very good. So I just wanted to give a shout out to that.
Yeah, that's really fun. That's what you talk about, like highlights, but with a twist, isn't it?
Yeah. It's appealing to that. We talk about audiences all the time, that younger generation as well. Quick one, last one for me before we jump into your content for the week. Rate or hate, Jules. I saw this earlier from Puma Footy. Press the heart button when you get it. So it's a black circle, and it's aimed towards on your phone. It's an Instagram post, and it's like the caption is like on the image. Zoom in and you'll see someone who is looking forward to owning a new pair of Future Z's. So a new pair of shoes on your phone. You zoom in, right? Imagine you're doing it on your phone, and you see yourself. Do you like it? Do you get it?
I get it.
I knew you would like this.
Yeah, why? Why didn't you think I would like this?
Because I scrolled past it and I went through it, like did it. And I'm like, yeah, never seen that done before. I like it. I'm like, I'm gonna ask Jules today. Didn't think
it just seems like like I appreciate it. It's good for engagement. Like, it's a smart use of the platform, but it reminds me of those, like, I think they were popular about 3 or 4 years ago, where it's like click the picture to see what's going on, and then look in the top left, look in the top right, look in the bottom left.
But this is a bit different, I think.
Yeah, it's simple, but yeah, all right, it's fine, simple. It's good.
Good, you came on board. Well done. We can move on to
I'll get around it.
We've got a rate.
We'll rate that. It was Super Bowl week.
Yes,
Michael,
your Christmas.
My Christmas, was a very good game. Unfortunately, the Bengals didn't get up, but the Rams probably deserving of the win after.
Go the Rams.
I mean, they win with content, and now they're winning with the field, aren't they? Like, very good at what they do. I don't want to dive too much into this, because I feel like on their coverage of the day was probably so like they did a really good job of it, but there wasn't anything like out of this world that we haven't seen any other team do.
Yeah.
But what I've really liked in the post of them winning is just like the diversity of content, and it touches on what we were just saying before with the After Effects stuff from the AFLW. There's a bit of something for everyone, and that's what I've really appreciated. So we'll kick it off, and they've released the first thing that we've got here for those just listening at home is pixel art version of their parade after the Super Bowl. So they've created a series of images. If you want to swipe through Barks, just pixel versions of
that's cool.
plays, players, moments from the game.
It's a bit NBA. Was it NBA art? No, Paint. NBA Paint.
Paint. Yeah. But it's pixels. It's very also NFT at the moment. You see a lot of these pop up as famous art. So I just think it's a real, again, you talk about, diversifying content for different audiences. This clearly piques the interest of people who might not be that into sport, but might be into something like NFTs and be like, oh, fuck, are these coming as limited releases, or what might it be?
Did you know it's an actual Did you know it's an actual?
I didn't know, but now I do. There you go.
There you go. So it's exactly like NBA Paint, but pixels.
Yeah. So there you go. So nice collab cool. Then.
Yeah, collaboration.
I didn't even know that. There you go. Learn something every day. But that's part one. Yep. The next one, let's see what it is. Again, simple content, right? Like you showed last week the Orlando Magic just sharing tweets.
Yeah.
I love stuff like this. Yeah. This is, so for those at home, it's a picture of a player holding up the Lombardi trophy. And they've just clipped out like some of their famous players and fans' tweets and surrounded it with it. And as like this is an all of team celebration. Nothing complex. Nothing like that would have taken them more than half an hour to put together, I reckon.
Yeah, it's just such an easy way to show like it's not just us that are excited, like everybody's excited, and it builds that like virtual community almost. Yeah,
absolutely. Again, simple, something for everyone. Like, let's get all the fans hyped for what it is. Yeah. The last one, again, probably appeals to the younger kind of audience. It's all in fashion at the moment.
It's huge. We know this personally.
Let's get the Polaroids out. Just a series of photos of the players like with the trophy, all in Polaroid. They've all signed the little photos underneath. Some have added messages. Some have just signed it.
I like
nothing hard about this. Nothing hard.
Yeah, I like the signature and the texture elements actually signing it or writing what you're thought. It's almost like a journal entry.
It's a journal entry. Yeah. I just really appreciate, like, you can probably go over the top with a lot of content that you do post any sort of big victory. But really it's that, sorry.
No, you go on. I've got a question for you after you.
I just really appreciate the simplicity of them not trying to kill themselves in the moments after, just show the enjoyment and really connect with the fans that way. You don't need to go into full documentary mode straight after, do you?
No, I agree. It's actually a very good point that you don't need to do something massive. You can do something short term and easy. I was going to ask you, I think you sort of already touched on a bit of it, but what do you think makes Polaroid so popular and why is it so in right now? Is it because of that rawness and it almost feels player driven because they do a lot of it?
I think it's quick.
Yep.
I think that's the biggest thing. You get one shot, you take a photo, you're not worrying whether the lighting's great or bad or whatever. You get what you get and you move on. Like, it's not like you're sitting there with a digital camera where you're like, oh, let's have a look at that. A bit funky.
Yeah.
You know,
that's a good point.
Is that what you think? What do you think?
No, I agree. I think so. I think the turnaround is one of it, but it's just interesting. Like, I think we're all obsessed with this Polaroid vintage look right now. And yeah, I think it just feels, it feels like inner sanctum to me. Like it doesn't feel like too put on, I guess. Like it feels raw.
Yeah.
No,
I think that's the biggest thing. You probably don't need to watch the last one. It's just a reel of them collecting the Polaroids. We'll link it in the content sheet, but it's just like the behind the scenes of that. Again, showing how you can make one bit of content into two different things. And the other best thing about the Super Bowl is, of course, the Super Bowl ads.
The ads.
And I've gone through and watched a lot of them, and here are my favorites.
I'm looking forward to this.
I've really narrowed them down.
So let's say you have to read an incredible...
This is massive in the States especially, and the people that watch it over here, but I want to see what... I don't watch a lot of them, but if they're your faves, I'm sort of backing you in that there'll be something good.
This one's probably my number one favorite. For any Austin Powers fans out there who might know Dr. Evil, this one's for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our takeover of General Motors is complete.
Dr. Evil, we can now use GM's Ultium platform to power our whole operation.
Now we can reduce tailpipe emissions.
I'm sorry, am I no longer Dr. Evil? I'm Dr. Good now? I didn't get the memo.
Climate change is arguably the number 1 threat to the world now.
Dr. Evil, you are now the number 2 threat to the world.
I refuse to be number two.
We have to help the planet.
Oh, please, cheer.
For my son.
Your son? I shall name him baby me.
No, his name is Kyle.
You must help save the world first.
Then you can take over that world.
Okay, Frau, how about you let me do the business, all right? Hold on, I've got it. I will help save the world first, then take over the world.
She literally just said that.
Scott, you just don't get it, do you?
What? What don't I get?
You don't get it.
Oh, we're right back.
And you're never gonna get it.
You can't draw me into these
How about
little...
you don't get
You
it?
act like a
Here
child.
it is. You don't
I
get
am
it.
an adult. You can't push my buttons anymore.
Oh, we'll reduce their carbon footprint.
Whatever. Okay, let's go. We're going all electric.
Everybody in!
Not you, Scott. One day you're gonna run the company, baby me.
So stupid. They needed to do another one of those.
It's so stupid, but it's just very clever. Like, you wouldn't even realize that they're advertising an electric vehicle, but the whole premise of like Dr. Evil becoming good so then he become evil again
No, you're
is
right.
very clever. Like,
I forgot what they were even talking about.
yeah.
But that's good. That's like sort of clever. That's the cleverness in it.
Yeah. And then the second one again is, look, it's all about the star-studded power of these things, but this one again, it's not. I try not to get sucked in by the fanciness of this of all these ads, but this one again is just very clever.
Okay.
Wait. If it was delivered with Uber Eats, does that mean I can eat it? It says eat.
It's a diaper.
This tastes bad.
This candle tastes funny.
I couldn't eat it.
Not bad, but funny.
And thanks to Uber Eats, we don't even know what food is anymore. This isn't food.
That's so stupid.
We can't eat most of this.
Yeah, we can't eat any of this.
Why Uber Eats? Why Uber Eats? That bag's a liar.
Yeah. I just got so excited.
It's clever. It's a clever way of promoting what they're doing extra or different.
It's just good. It's just pure good shit.
God, it's stupid.
For those at home who just missed out on all of that, it was an Uber Eats ad. And because Uber Eats obviously now do Uber delivery, which is like grocery services and stuff like that. It's just a bunch of celebrities very confused by the Uber Eats bag and eating stuff that they shouldn't be eating.
It's bloody stupid, isn't it? But
it's
it
stupid,
works.
but it's clever. Like, it absolutely works. Like, that's I think, like, if you're losing out on the, what's the word? Like, if you're trying to be too complex in these things, like, you're wasting your money. You've got like a minute to really get people's attention.
Yeah. Well, they're one of the biggest, like, sought out advertisement positions, or the whole amount of money that generates or costs to get your ad on it.
They are super expensive.
No, that's interesting. It's always interesting to see what both the league and winning team of the Super Bowl does, because it's obviously such a massive thing. And another one is I don't know if any content comes out of the halftime show, but I saw bits of that and I just couldn't believe the amount of stuff that goes into that.
The halftime show, I mean, you could probably do an episode on the halftime show itself, because it was, for anyone of like the 90s era, it was the biggest thing perhaps to happen at a Super Bowl for a long time.
Yeah, AFL's is bad.
Oh yeah, Meatloaf, RIP.
It's too soon. All right. Are you done there?
Yeah, we're done there.
That's great work from you, Jules. Well, a lot of research went into that. I wanted to talk about. Actually, have you made up for your eggs last week that you weren't very happy with? Did you have some home special
rubber eggs?
Yeah. Did you have some home special cooked eggs from yourself?
I actually did have some scrambled eggs yesterday. They're lovely. What about you? What eggs have you had?
I had eggs today on my toast, and for anybody that might be tuning to an episode the first time, it might be thinking, why the fuck are they talking so passionately about eggs? Egg of the week.
Egg of the week.
Let's get stuck into it. I've got one quick one. Do you have any? I don't think you do you?
I've got two quick ones. Number one, I want to egg myself for, firstly, Brad, if you're listening, I'm really sorry it's taken me like 6 weeks to reply to your message on Instagram.
My dog.
Not your dog. I don't think
Our
your dog
fan.
can text. But yeah, and to Casey and Beth, I finally posted your t-shirts.
Nice work.
This weekend. So they're on their way. So egging myself for my lack of organisation. And then another quick egg to our friend Jonathan Strangio, who was looking at buying a new car. He was looking at a couple of options and he wanted to look at a Kia. Not the Kia Sportage, as most people would know it, the Kia Sportegi.
That's worse than Hornets. That's worse.
So I just tried.
Sportegi.
That's backing up from a week where he wanted to go get a beer and he looked at one which was a Gose. It's pronounced. And it's spelled Gose. So you wouldn't say what he said. He's like, "Oh, I'll just grab the goose beer."
I laugh because it's not me, because this is real my areas. Like I'm terrible as the listeners would know with this type of stuff.
But you're not that bad.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. This is a funny week of eggs because I'm also self-egging. We're just egging ourselves this week. So I am incredible. I'll say this. I'm incredibly good at paying bills. As soon as I receive that notification, it's unlikely, unless I'm busy with other things, it's unlikely it'll go like a couple of hours before I pay it. As soon as I see it, I'll pay it.
Yeah.
Anyway, at least Monday morning, working from home, obviously the internet is important. Long story short, we were just trying to figure out why the internet wasn't working. At least had things to do. I'd missed 3 straight bills, 2 overdue notices, and we got cut off. And I'm just egging myself because, well, it's actually an error on.
It's actually Elisa's fault.
No, not Elisa's fault. She did nothing wrong. But you know how you link your emails on your phone? Well, one had just stopped working. So the one where the bills went to just for some reason stopped working. So I opened it, opened the email on the internet, and then there's like 46 unread emails, including all these Telstra warnings. But egging myself for that.
Did you get it sorted?
Yeah, they're actually very good. Like I called and straight away I paid it all.
Yeah.
Just money, just flicking it everywhere.
They don't mind when they get your money, do they?
No, they don't. So it's all sorted. But there you go. First ever time I think we've both egged ourselves.
Yeah, double egg. Yeah. But hopefully not again. But onto a more positive segment.
Wouldn't it be nice if we could both boss ourselves?
Oh, no. I mean, you can now boss me, technically, anytime you want.
Not bad by you, in case anybody's...
Not bad by me. No, we don't need to go into it. Nah, come on. Let's not talk about that. But anyway, a more positive segment. Let's go into Boss of the Week.
Boss of the Week.
You want to kick us off?
I'm going to go straight in because I found a really good one. It might be close to my favourite boss. I'll prefix that by saying it might be my favourite boss of season 3 so far. Big words, I know. NRL photographer. Maybe we need to use Gondola to find out who this was. But NRL put up this reel. You've seen it?
Not a fan. Not a boss. Nah.
You're such a negative Nelly. Anyway.
I'm not a negative Nelly. You play it, though. Okay. You do you.
Okay. Oh, you're going to have to explain why your action was that. But anyway,
yeah,
I'm gonna play it before... I'll explain it for the listeners. But it's basically NRL match pouring down with rain. The dance cam comes on and then the photographer goes nuts and starts doing the worm. Give it a watch, even though Jules clearly has some sort of agenda. Doesn't need sound. I reckon you're going to tell me it's set up or something.
Of course it's bloody set up. When have you ever seen Michael Wilson bust out and do the fucking worm in the middle of an AFL game?
I'm still bossing it though.
Nah, not a fan.
Why?
I'm just not a fan of shit like this, which has been overdone.
I still appreciated it. Can you give him that he's him slipping over and turning into a worm?
I'll give him that. Yeah, I'll give him that.
That was not planned.
If that wasn't planned, that's fine. But this guy looks like fucking, what's his name? Kyle and Jackie O. Kyle.
Yeah, he does a bit. Anyway, I did say this, and I'm like, yeah, probably set up, but I still liked it. And he slips over. People listening, he slips over and turns it into a worm. I don't know if you can get much more smooth than that.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jules doesn't like it, so I'll move on.
Nah, hate it. But anyway, that's your call to boss whoever you want to boss.
One of my faves.
I've got one. I don't know how old this is, but coming out of America, a friend of the show, Shaq.
Oh, I hate this. Friend of the
So Shaq is notorious for being very generous after his career. Obviously has more money than he knows what to do with.
He's also notorious for being on every single product.
Yeah, I mean, he makes a lot of money. He's a smart businessman.
True. Sorry.
So Shaq is at, like, I guess a Walmart or some sort of store.
Walmart.
And he's just picked a random kid who's in line with his parent, and he's gone and watch the video. It's got sound. It kind of explains it.
It's probably set up.
It probably is, but it's at least nice.
Sorry, what?
You have a bike?
No, I don't.
Well, ask your mommy, can I buy you a bike? Make it quick. Hurry up, follow me. Whenever I go to a store from now on, I'm buying somebody else something. Period. All right, grab your bike. Make it quick. Every day I leave the house, I gotta bless somebody. I can't keep all this. Ooh, mongoose. I had a mongoose when I was little. Damn. Sure you don't want no mongoose, cuz? All right, get it. Hey, listen to me. Don't take nothing else from no strangers. Try to do something positive. I try to lift a person's spirits. If I stick to those principles, I think I'm doing pretty good as a man in a society.
Did he pick a kid that's a thief? He's telling him not to steal anything else.
No, he's saying don't take anything else from strangers, Michael. Didn't your parents ever tell you that?
Okay. Yeah, no, fair. But he words it like he chose this kid because he caught him stealing or something. No, that's nice.
Nah.
So he's picked a random kid and bought him a bike. That's lovely.
Yeah, I think it's just... I also just love the way that he's gone about it. He's like, hurry up. Like, this kid's like giving him an inconvenience. He's like, hurry up, kid. Like, it's like, hey, mate, you're the one who came to me.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good fun. It's probably set up.
Shaq. Probably set up.
Can I egg something in subtitling? The amount of times I see, and Critter will hate this, the amount of times people write all right as two different words.
All right.
All and right. No, it's one word. It's all right. All right.
All right.
No mic'd up this week, unfortunately, unless you've got anything we haven't spoken about. Damn. Damn. Well, listeners, we sort of owe you something. We owe you a guest, and I'll be fully transparent and say we don't have one yet, but I really want to put in the hard yards this week, Jules, and we got to get someone for the next couple of weeks. Not the next couple of weeks, but one guest for the next couple of weeks.
I've got an idea that I want to throw out there.
Live?
A live guest. And I think I know who we can... Okay. I think I know who we can perhaps get on live. I haven't spoken to them about it.
Yeah, do you have enough courage to name it right now and sort of put us in it?
Ben Coulson from the Essendon Football Club.
Okay.
Producer of the 150-year documentary. I think that's a good one for a live. And I want to put it out there.
I think it's
if you're
funny.
Listening, we're coming for you.
I think it's funny because he's the one that suggested a live show.
Yeah, well...
No.
He suggested a live show, but he didn't suggest himself on it. Yeah, exactly. We don't know how to do it. Ben, we need your help.
No, that's a good call. That or something else, we're due for a guest. As much as it's great hanging out with just each other, we'll get a guest on soon. Yeah. That's my word to you. But thank you for tuning in for another episode of the Content Catch-Up. It's been a pleasure as always. Find us on socials. Find us on YouTube if you enjoy watching instead of pure audio. And that's been me. That's been it. It's been another show. Thank you, Jules. Any final words?
That's been real. It's been fun. Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Hope you have a good week.
Cool. Enjoy. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.